Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. Today we're going to talk about last night's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. We'll look ahead to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final, Game 3 of the Calder Cup Final, and the AHL with baseball, WNBA, soccer, Men's College World Series, NHL mock draft, news and notes, and best bet. But we have to start the NBA Finals as the Boston Celtics do it. They get their 18th championship in franchise history with a 106-88 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. Congrats to the Celtics. They're the best team in the NBA from start to finish. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown finally win a ring together. Kristaps Porzingis gets his first ring. Derek White gets his first ring. Drew Holiday gets his second ring in 3 years. Al Horford gets his first championship. Joe Mazzulla in his second year wins his first title. And to think about this, he was the Division II coach 6 years ago, which is crazy. Brad Stevens gets his first ring in the NBA. This current Boston Celtics ownership group gets their second ring, with their first one being in 2008. And the crazy thing is that yesterday when they played was the 16-year anniversary of the 2008 championship when they beat the Lakers. So it's funny, everything was coming up from a karma standpoint in a positive way for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown was your finals MVP, but the best player in the game last night was Jason Tatum with 31 points, 8 boards, and 11 assists. Jaylen Brown was awesome, though. 21 points, 8 boards, 6 assists. Drew Holiday, 15 and 11 rebounds. Derek White, 14 and 8 rebounds. Al Horford had 9 and 9. Kristaps Porzingis off the bench, only 16 minutes, but only scored 5 points. Peyton Pritchard had 3 off the bench. Sam Hauser had 2 threes off the bench. Meanwhile, for Dallas, Luka 28 and 12, 5 assists. Kyrie only had 15. He stunk. Derek Jones Jr. had 10. Josh Green had 14 points, 4 3-pointers off the bench. So, Celtics did a little bit of their congratulating stuff. More subplots. Jeff Van Gundy gets his first NBA championship ring. As a Knicks fan, that makes me feel I'm happy for Jeff Van Gundy. I really am. But the fact that he did it with a rival, it might bother some, but I love Jeff Van Gundy so much. And he was an awesome Knicks coach back in the day. He was a really good broadcaster. And it's just cool to see him get a ring, in my opinion. He's just a great guy. And now there's rumors that he is going to end up being Ty Lue's lead assistant with the Clippers, which would be pretty cool to see that. And on the flip side with the Mavs, great run, great season. They have a lot to be proud of. Luka Doncic was probably the best player in the series, even though this series only went 5 games and the Mavs lost. But Jaylen probably should have been the Finals MVP because he was on the winning team, and he played really well last night. He played awesome in Game 3, despite having a down Game 4. But Luka should be proud. I mean, his first NBA Finals, he had that team on his back, and he took them as far as he could take them. He wasn't even healthy all these playoffs. Kyrie was not good in this series. If there was a least valuable player award, it'd be Kyrie, because he was bad in this series, in my opinion. Jason Kidd, I think, has grown as a coach. I thought he was bad on the Nets. He was not great with the Bucks, and I thought this year was the best coaching job he's ever done. With all those pieces they got at the trade deadline, and to remake the team on the fly mid-season and make the finals. I think Jason Kidd deserves some credit for that. And we'll see what these two teams do in the offseason. I think that it's more likely the Celtics are back here next year than the Mavs, only because I know both conferences will be better. Giannis is going to be healthy. Hopefully, we'll see if Embiid's healthy. The Knicks are going to be better. The Pacers are going to be better. But the West is really going to be better. We'll see with the LA teams. We'll see with Golden State. But you have San Antonio on the rise. Denver's going to be back. You have Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. And you obviously have the Thunder. So the West is going to be tougher than the East, although the East is going to be pretty good as well. So it was a fun NBA season. We're going to start doing the off-season shows within this week, because the draft's next week. So I want to get these off-season shows going and going quick. Okay, now we'll move on to the Stanley Cup Final. Game 5 tonight from Sunrise. Oilers, Panthers, 8 o'clock, ABC. Sean McDonough, Ray Ferraro, Emily Kaplan on the call. Panthers minus 134, Edmonton plus 112, over under 5.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Oilers plus 1.5 is minus 240, Panthers minus 1.5 plus 195. I was tempted to take Edmonton to force a game 6. But I instead am going to go with the under, because I think Sergei Bobrovsky will play better. And I don't know if Florida will win. My gut tells me that they'll close out tonight. But I'm going to go with under 5.5 at minus 115. Now we'll do Calder Cup Final. Game 3 tonight from Coachella Valley. Bears and the Firebirds. 1-1 series. It's on 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific on NHL Network. It'll be the Bears telecast, of course. This is a hard call. Every other day, I don't think really will help the Bears, because they've been playing so much, and that series against Cleveland went 7. Meanwhile, Coachella's series against Milwaukee went 5. And Coachella is very comfortable on their home ice. But to be fair, the Bears did win a Game 7 on the road in Coachella Valley last year. So the Bears are absolutely capable of winning a game there. Absolutely. If last year's team that won the Calder Cup won a Game 7 to clinch the Calder Cup on the road, they can absolutely win a game in Coachella. If you're the Bears, you preferably want to win 2. At least 2 there. But really, they only, at minimum, have to win 1. But I think that Coachella proved that they're capable of winning at Hershey as well. And they won Game 1, and then Hershey won convincingly in Game 2. Although they pulled away late. But this is a hard call. I'm going to say that I think the closer the game, the more likely the Bears will win. If Coachella wins, it's going to be a blowout. And this is kind of how Game 7 played out last year. So I'm going to go on a limb. 3-2 overtime, Bears would be my guess. And the Bears will go up 2-1 in this series. Alrighty. Now move on to baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday. Look ahead to today's games. Phils over to Padres 9-2. Cards over to Marlins 7-6 and 12. Sox over to Jays 7-3. Pirates over to Reds 4-1. Braves over to Tigers 2-1. Mets over to Rangers 14-2. Giants over to Cubs 7-6. Dodgers over to Rockies 9-5. And the Angels over to Brewers 5-3. So best bet lost again. All right, 6 o'clock, Cardinals, Marlins. Lance Lynn and Roderi Munoz. Cards minus 146, Marlins plus 124, over under 8.5, over is even money, unders minus 122. Cards minus 1.5 plus 112, Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 134. Tough one, but I'm going to go with the over. 6:30, Reds, Pirates. Nick Lodolo, Bailey Falter. Reds minus 136, Pittsburgh plus 116, over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Reds minus 1.5 plus 126, Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 152. I like the under. Padres, Phillies. Michael King, Aaron Nola. Phils minus 148, Kings plus 126 over, or I should say Padres plus 126 over under 8.5. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Padres plus 1.5 is minus 162. Phils minus 1.5 plus 134. Go with the under. Mariners, Guardians. Bryce Miller, Tristan McKenzie. Guardians minus 122. Mariners plus 104 over under 8.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 172. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 210. I don't understand why the Mariners are favored on the run line, but I like the under. Next, 6:45, D-backs, Nats. Slade Stachody and Jake Irvin. Nats minus 112. D-backs minus 104 over under 8.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. D-backs minus 1.5 is plus 152. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 184. I'm going to go with the Nationals on the money line at minus 112. Next up's a big one. 7 o'clock. TBS. O's Yankees from the stadium. Both teams tied in the loss column. Pretty much for first place in the American League East. Albert Suarez, Nestor Cortez. Yanks minus 152, O's plus 128, over under 8.5, overs minus 128, unders plus 104. O's plus 1.5 is minus 164, Yankees minus 1.5 plus 136. I think the Yankees are too big of a favorite here. Albert Suarez has pitched well, but he hasn't seen Yankee Stadium. That place is going to be jumping. He hasn't seen Aaron Judge. He's red hot. Aaron Judge was ice cold when the O's played the Yankees first time at Camden Yards when the weather was cold. Guess what? Aaron Judge is red hot. And oh yeah. That said, I'm taking the under at plus money. I just don't think the O's are winning this one. No way. I like Suarez. I picked the O's as a dog with him on the mound a couple times recently. Not now. Sorry. Yankees know it's on the line tonight. And then Sox, Jays, Tanner Houck, Chris Bassett. Red Sox minus 116, Jays minus 102, over under 7.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Sox minus 1.5 plus 146, Jays plus 1.5 is minus 176. I'm going with Boston minus 116. But my only fear with this is that they're celebrating the Celtics too much. So I could see that being a letdown. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm actually taking the Jays. I talked myself into it just now because maybe Boston has the Celtics hangover. 7:20 Tigers, Braves. Casey Mize and Spencer Schwellenbach. Braves minus 158, Tigers plus 134, over under 9, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 154, Braves minus 1.5 plus 28. I like the over at minus 105. All right, next up, 7:30 Rays, Twins. Aaron Savali, Pablo Lopez. Twins minus 158, Rays plus 134, over under 8.5, overs plus 102, unders minus 124. Rays plus 1.5 is minus 164, Twins minus 1.5 plus 136, like the over at plus money. 8 o'clock, Mets, Rangers. Luis Severino, Michael Lorenzen. Mets minus 110, Rangers minus 106, over under 8, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Mets minus 1.5 plus 150, Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 182, I like the under. Although the Mets are a decent pick because they've won 6 straight. Giants, Cubs from Wrigley. Logan Webb, Justin Steele. Giants minus 110, Cubs minus 106, over under 9.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Giants minus 1.5 plus 134, Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 62. If we go with the Cubs, they're due. Minus 106. They need the game. Must win. Astros, White Sox. Framber Valdez, Jonathan Cannon, talk about must win. Houston. Astros minus 220, White Sox plus 184, over under 8.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Stros minus 1.5, minus 128, White Sox plus 1.5 is plus 106. I'm going to go with the over. Dodgers, Rockies, 8:30. Walker Buehler, Austin Gomber. Dodgers minus 198, Rockies plus 166, over under 11.5, overs minus 112, unders minus 108. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 137, Rocks plus 1.5 is plus 114. I like the under. Throwback game for Walker Buehler. 9:30 Brewers, Angels. Tobias Myers, Jose Soriano. Brewers minus 138, Angels plus 118, over under 8.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 16, Angels plus 1.5 is minus 140. I'm going to go with the over. And then Royals, A's, Alec Marsh, and Hogan Harris. Royals minus 136, A's plus 116, over under 7.5, overs minus 138, unders plus 104. Royals minus 1.5 is plus 125, A's plus 1.5 is minus 150. I'm going to lay the run line with the Royals at plus 125. Okay. WNBA. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today. Lynx over the Wings 90-78. 2 games. 7 o'clock NBA TV, Sparks Sun. Oh my god, this line's probably like 17. Oh, only 12.5, total 155.5. I like the over. And then 10 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, Liberty, Mercury. Liberty are giving 6 total 168. I like the Mercury getting the 6. That's too many points. The Mercury aren't that bad. Liberty a little overvalued with the win over Vegas. They're perceived to be the best team in the league right now. But I think I kind of think Phoenix might beat the Liberty outright. So I'm going to take the plus 6, and I'm willing to take plus 205 outright for the Phoenix Mercury at home over the New York Liberty. All right, now move on to soccer. We'll begin, obviously, with Euro. Romania over Ukraine 3-0. Slovakia over Belgium 1-0. France over Austria 1-0. All right, 12 o'clock today on Fubo TV. Turkey, Georgia. This is Group F. Turkey minus 150, Georgia plus 430, draw plus 280. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at plus 106. And 3 o'clock on Fox is Portugal and Ches, which is going to be a good game. That is also Group F. Portugal minus 20, Czech Republic is 6-1, the draw is plus 350. Might pick the win this tournament. I'm going to go under 2.5 at plus 114. We also have League One result. Northern Colorado over Knoxville 2-1. Then we have a USL game actually tonight between Vegas and Colorado Springs. 10:30. I just want to pull up the odds for that really quickly. Vegas plus 135, Colorado plus 180, draw plus 230. Colorado's the pick, plus 180. They're red hot right now, and I mean red hot. So there you have it for soccer. Now I'll do men's college World Series. We'll go over the results and look ahead to today. Elimination game, Florida over 10-seed NC State, 5-4. And double elimination, 3-seed Texas A&M over 2-seed Kentucky, 5-1. All right, 2 elimination games tonight, 2 o'clock on ESPN. 8-seed Florida State, 4-seed North Carolina. 2 really fun teams. I do not have the odds in front of me right now, but if I had the the money lines are up. Florida State's favor, minus 125, and Carolina's minus 110. I will take Carolina minus 110. An elimination game, 7 o'clock, ESPN, 2-seed Kentucky against Florida. So SEC game there. Kentucky's minus 125, the Gators minus 110. I'm going to go on Caglione and the Gators at minus 110. I think Caglione is going to carry them just like he has all season. I think Florida and North Carolina will win their respective games today. Now I'll do my latest NHL mock draft. We'll go 1 through 32 as usual. Number 1, the San Jose Sharks. Macklin Celebrini, center, Boston University. This is a slam dunk pick for the Sharks, who need a young star to build around for the foreseeable future. Celebrini has the experience of excelling against strong competition, so he should fit right in. 2, Chicago Blackhawks. Artyom Levshunov, defenseman, Michigan State. The Blackhawks have plenty of choices of fine defensemen here, and they choose Levshunov. He has the NHL size already and has a great two-way game. 3, Anaheim Ducks. Anton Silyev, defenseman, Torpedo, Russia. The Ducks are still looking for long-term keepers, especially on defense, and Silyev is a good start. He has good defensive upside due to his great skating and range. 4, Columbus Blue Jackets. Caden Lindstrom, center, Medicine Hat, WHL. The Jackets at 4 take the center and Lindstrom to go with the rest of their young forward group. Lindstrom is a physical presence who can produce despite injury questions. 5, the Montreal Canadiens. Ivan Demidov, wing, SKA St. Petersburg, Russia. The Habs are still lacking many different things as they are still in their rebuild. Demidov is a super explosive player that has the skills to be around for a long time. 6, the Utah Hockey Club. I really wish they named their team the Utah Yeti. Zeev Boyum, defenseman, Denver, NCAA. The newest team in town that needs a completely fresh start gets a player that is a pretty safe bet in Boyum. He has all the makings of a franchise D-man with his ability to put up points, defend his own end, and log up minutes. 7, the Ottawa Senators. Zane Parik, defenseman, Senegal, OHL. Parik is a prototypical offensive defenseman, and the Sens could use that type of player in its rebuild. As his defensive play improves, so would his value. 8, the Seattle Kraken. Carter Yakemchuk, defenseman, Calgary, WHL. There are many directions that the Kraken can go, and defense makes sense. Yakemchuk is super involved for a D-man with his play in transition and creating chances for teammates. 9, the Calgary Flames. Tija Ginla, center, Kelowna, WHL. Of course, in my second mock, the Flames go with Jerome's son here. Ginla improved big time this past season with his great shot and willingness to go to tough areas with the puck. 10, the New Jersey Devils. Konsta Helenius, center, HIFK, Finland. The Devils need forward prospects badly, and here I have them taking Helenius. He's a really well-rounded player with his ability to be ahead in the game and excels defensively. 11, the Buffalo Sabres. Sam Dickinson, center. Defenseman, London, OHL. I read the wrong player. The Sabres could use some defensemen behind Rasmus Dahlin and Owen Power, and here I have them taking Dickinson. Some scouts say he's like a NHL veteran with his defensive play and physicality, and his offensive game broke out this past season. 12, the Philadelphia Flyers. Berkeley Catton, center, Spokane, WHL. The Flyers came pretty close to making the playoffs this past season, but they'll still need youth. Catton excels in all facets of the game, with no glaring weakness whatsoever besides his lack of size. 13, the Minnesota Wild. Adam Jiricek, defenseman. Pizen. The Wild are getting older defensively, so it makes sense to go defense here. Jiricek isn't flashy, but his skill set can make him slide into a team's top 4. 14, the San Jose Sharks from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Cole Eiserman, wing. U.S. National Team Development Program, USHL. The Sharks get another forward with their second first-rounder in Eiserman. His scoring ability is top-notch, but his defensive play would keep him out of the top 10. 15, the Detroit Red Wings. Michael Brandseg Nygaard, wing. Sweden. The Red Wings came oh so close to breaking their playoff drought, and they add to their young collection of talent here with Brandseg Nygaard. He's a super physical player that excels on the offensive side too. 16, the St. Louis Blues. Beckett Sinek, wing. Oshawa, OHL. The Blues can go anywhere here, but Sinek here would be a good pick. He's a powerful player that overwhelms opponents with driving to the net. 17, the Washington Capitals. Michael Haig, center, Chicago, USHL. The Capitals go with the young American center here with Haig. He excels in the rush with give-and-go playmaking. 18, the Chicago Blackhawks from the New York Islanders. Liam Greentree, wing, Windsor, OHL. The Blackhawks with their second first-rounder go with the forward in Greentree. He's constantly scanning, registering his options, and the obstacles that would keep him from getting them the puck. 19, the Vegas Golden Knights. Trevor Connolly, wing, Tri-City, USHL. The Knights can go anywhere here, but some might argue Connolly here is somewhat of a reach. Connolly excels with the puck in space and makes good moves when defenders are around. 20, New York Islanders from the Tampa Bay Lightning via the Chicago Blackhawks. Jet Lachenko, center, Gulf, OHL. The Isles need more offensive punch in their farm system, so Lachenko makes sense. He's a very fast player and applies pressure on opponents. 21, the Los Angeles Kings. Sasha Boisfort, center, Muskegon, USHL. The Kings can go anywhere with their pick, and going with Boisfort makes sense here. He's an elite goal scorer and a great passer. 22, the Nashville Predators. Cole Beuden, center, Barrie, OHL. The Preds here go with the center in Beuden. He eats up the boards, grinds them, spins off opponents, and drags the puck out of traffic and gets to the middle of the ice. 23, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Igor Chernysov, wing, Dynamo Moscow, Russia. The Leafs need no more forwards in their system, and Chernysov makes sense here. He's great at beating defenders and building up speed below the puck. 24, Colorado Avalanche. Nikita Artemov, wing, Torpedo, Russia. The Avs need more offensive weapons with high upside in their system. Artamanov is a high-motor, intelligent winger who can beat you with pace or skill. 25, the Ottawa Senators from the Boston Bruins. Tariq Parasak, wing, Prince George, WHL. With their second first-rounder, the Sens go offense. Pareskek's a high-end, quick possession player capable of both setting up plays and finishing them. 26, the Montreal Canadiens from the Winnipeg Jets. Yegor Serene, center, Loco, Russia. With their second first-rounder, the Habs go with another forward in Serene. He flies around the ice as he does so much at his maximum velocity. 27, the Carolina Hurricanes. Leo Celine Wellness, defenseman. Vaxco Jr., Sweden Jr. The Hurricanes should go in best available player mode, and Celine Wellness, I feel, here is a reach. He's a good skater with good vision and puck moving skills, but I just think there's better talent you can get with that pick. 28, the Calgary Flames from the Vancouver Canucks. Charlie Ellick, defenseman, Brandon, WHL. The Flames go defense with their second first rounder, and Ellick is a solid choice. He's a physical and proactive player and a great skater. 29, the Dallas Stars. Sam O'Reilly, center, London, OHL. The Stars should go with best available here, and they take a good one in O'Reilly. He is a relentless, shutdown defensive center with physicality, details, and a clever, quick touch passing game. 30, the New York Rangers. Dean Latorno, center, St. Andrews College, high on. This would be an interesting pick for the Rangers as they go with an interesting prospect in Latorno, a super physical player with decent skills. 31, Anaheim Ducks from the Edmonton Oilers. Ryder Ritchie, wing, Prince Albert, WHL. With their second first rounders, the Ducks go offense here with Ritchie. He's a both scoring and playmaking threat that is great with crossovers. And 32, the Philadelphia Flyers from the Florida Panthers. E.J. Emery, defenseman, National Team Development Program, USHL. The Flyers go defense with their second first rounder, and Emery maybe a reach here. Emery absorbs and erases opposing rushes with smooth backward strides and the stable, perfect posture. So there you have it, my latest NHL mock draft. Now I'm going to talk about the news and notes for today. The finals were awesome, obviously. So, Magic sent out a tweet. He goes, "I hate that the Celtics officially have more championships than us now," and rolling his eyes. Like, come on, Magic. Just have a little bit of respect. We love you, but I know those two franchise legends, like, you know, like those guys, and then Larry Bird and Magic, all those guys like to get at it. But the biggest story argument in all of sports is that Yankees ace Garrett Cole will make his season debut tomorrow night against the Baltimore Orioles. Somebody called it the other day. I want to say it was Ricky Ricardo, who's sometimes been filling in on the Yankee radio this year after John Sterling retired. I think he was the one that said it, and Susan Waldman was like, "It's too soon." I want to say that's who it was. It turned out not too soon. Throwing him right in against a good team. That's just incredible. Love it. That crowd's going to be ruckus. And the first MLB All-Star Game voting is up. Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper topped the votings, obviously. That's not surprising. AFC North on Hard Knocks' in-season show will feature 4 teams for the first time ever. Premieres December 3rd on HBO and Max. So that's pretty cool. The Atlanta Hawks to keep the number 1 pick as their GM doesn't plan to move pick and may trade down. Donovan Clingan rumors, so that's interesting. Klay Thompson wants a 3-year deal as he is not being unrealistic ahead of free agency. And he intends to test free agency as well. The Blue Jackets fire head coach Pascal Vincent. Surprised they did this now. You would have thought they would have done this after the season. The Blue Jackets are just a mess. So 2 big baseball injuries. Anthony Rizzo to miss 4 to 6 weeks with an arm fracture. People are going to look at that injury saying, oh my God, that's such a huge loss for the Yankees. Is it really? He really hasn't done a lick of anything this year. His defense has gotten worse. And I don't think the Yankees are going to miss him that much. They're going to put DJ LeMahieu at first base, which is a drop-off defensively despite Anthony Rizzo's defense slipping. Oswaldo Cabrera to third base. He was really good at the first part of the year. But he's kind of cooled off because he hasn't played a lot because DJ LeMahieu's back. And then you obviously have Glaber and Volpe up the middle. And then at least they're getting Garrett Cole back. That's a bigger deal. And then the bigger injury, obviously, is the Dodgers losing Mookie Betts. With the hand fracture. That's a huge loss for the Dodgers. But they're probably still going to win the division because of Ohtani and Freeman. But that is a huge loss. That might cost them home field advantage in the National League. Because I still thought the Dodgers had a chance to pass the Phillies for that. That's what that injury, I think, might cost them. But it's also it might cost them home field. Which isn't a big deal. Maybe not to the Dodgers. Because they won the bubble World Series. And there's been several times they've had home field in the playoffs and they didn't win. And Anthony Rizzo's not getting surgery either. So Rizzo out 4 to 6 weeks. Betts out 6 to 8 weeks. Another big injury in soccer. Mbappe broke his nose as he'll undergo surgery in Germany. He was discharged from the hospital and considered a game-time decision against the Netherlands on Friday. So, wow. That's crazy. T. Higgins' extension unlikely as he's still not expected to get a long-term deal despite signing franchise tag. Brandon Ayuk trade rumors are fueling after a FaceTime with Jaden Daniels. How about this? Ladd McConkley gets a 4-year, $10 million rookie contract and record guarantees with the Chargers. So the Dodgers have a City of Dreamers jersey that came out. Paul Skeens had his first career picked off. The first victim was Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds. And that's really it for news and notes. And, of course, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. This is going to be interesting for best bet. There's a couple I liked in baseball. And the one that I liked the most I am going to go with the division game, and I'm going to take it under. Reds-Pirates. This is more of an anti-offense bet. Pro Lodolo pick. Under 8.5, minus 115 between the Reds and the Pirates for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look ahead to everything tomorrow as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.